Hello, Defense Attorney Mark Rosenfeld. I wanted to discuss a common question I get, and that is what to do when the police show up at your front door. This can be broken down into two big categories. One is when the police show up without a warrant, and the other is when they show up with a warrant. Now, if the police show up and they announce that they have a warrant, that is a piece of paper that says they have a right to search a particular area, then they have a right, it's been reviewed by a judge, to come in and do their search. And the search must be limited to the scope that is called out in the warrant, and the warrant must be particularized. It must state specific areas and things that they're looking for, and it must be based on the appropriate justifications. Now, that is less likely to happen. More likely, the police are going to come and knock at the door to conduct an investigation without a warrant. And if the police do not have a warrant, they do not have a right to come into the house. And I would suggest you do not let the police in the house, or even better, do not engage them in any conversation at all. There may be a knock at the door, and if you ask who is it, then they know that somebody's there. They need to announce who they are, and you can kindly have a conversation politely through the door, through the window or something like that, but do not allow the police into the house. Sometimes you may choose to step outside, but I would recommend against that. I would recommend you keep the door shut, you don't answer the door, you don't come out. If they have a warrant, they may come in, they may break in the door, but most of the time they don't have a warrant, and you don't want to invite them into the house. You don't know what the police are investigating, you don't know what they're looking for, and we don't want to give consent to have them looking or finding something in the house which they do not have a right to, and you may not even know what they're looking for or know that what's in the house may not be legal. We just don't want to open that door and invite the police in, because they're going to inventory, they're going to look at everything that's around, and they may create probable cause to make an arrest or conduct a further search once they're in the house. So my advice, and every case is different, this is not advice for your particular case. Yes, I'm a lawyer, but I'm not your lawyer, is to leave the door shut and not engage in any conversation through the door. And if their conversation was started, to keep it polite and limited and ask them to please leave. You don't want them on your front porch. You don't want them looking around your yard. You definitely don't want them in the house, and you don't want to say anything. You don't know whether they're investigating a crime that occurred next door, down the block, in the street, or whether you're a suspect and they're trying to gather evidence to make an arrest in your particular case. So if the police come and knock, you want to be polite, but do not engage in a long conversation or answer questions, and do not go outside unless they have a warrant to make an arrest or to conduct a search in the house. If you've got questions regarding the police coming and knocking at the door, I practice in Southern California. My office is in Beverly Hills. You can reach me at 310-424-3145. It's important that you know what your rights are, and your rights are only good if you use them. So if you've got questions, please feel free to give me a call, but do not talk to the police. Once again, this is Mark Rosenfeld, 310-424-3145. Be safe, take care.